Hello and welcome to today's race playlist. Today we're here for the second race playlist of March and the 172nd episode in the history of the race playlist. And of course, we're joined by the creator and founder of the old Wayne two-hander, Juan himself.
What's good, y'all?
Oh man, that's an all-time intro.
I was
Um,
wondering where you were going with that one.
with creator and co-founder,
Co-founder. I'm co-founder of the Old Wayne Two-Hander
or
or founder?
creator and founder of the old Wayne two-hander.
Yeah.
When I say creator and founder, you're like, oh shit, where's this going? Um, all right. So we have 15 races now. When we jump here into the first one, I'll explain some of our changes for today's episode and upcoming episodes. So we've done a few community tracks added in here and there throughout the last few episodes, and I figured we should increase community tracks that we introduce in each episode. If you're new to the Race Plus, each episode we add in 4 new tracks that we haven't played in the previous episode. So before we were doing all community tracks, then we did tracks that were created exclusively by us, and now we're doing a mix: 2 by us, 2 by the community. But I expanded it to 2 by us, 3 by the community to get a few new tracks in there. We've also taken out the randomizer tracks, so we won't have that. To make it work in this, the randomizer track that I picked for this episode before the rule change will count for 1 episode, and then it will be dropped to fill that spot. I also picked a old track that we used to race in the community, making a return for 2 episodes, along with a brand new one that I picked earlier today for the next 3 episodes. So it'll be fun. Got a throwback track in here. Sure, Wen will be excited when he sees it. There's some other changes, though, as well. We got the
Oof.
bad start, my guy.
Yeah, I went into first person and I was like, ah, shit.
Our other change is that we will be having no double points race. We've had the double points race for seems like forever in the race palace. That's like one of our oldest rules. But we're dropping that as a test capacity for this episode. And we're introducing 2 randomizer races, which features a double points race as one of the options in the randomizer. But we split up the double points race between double lap lead points and triple points for the fastest lap. So you'll earn some bonus points there within those 2 randomizers. So that'll be quite fun. Also new in the randomizer is the bonus weight up for whoever's in second place. They can get an extra free weight up. That will not cost them any points. And the other thing is that if you do the randomizer, whatever we get is not usable for the second one. So if we get double points race, we cannot get that again in the episode. And these will take place on race 5 and 10. So what's your take on these changes, Gumar?
I think it's going to provide a lot more interesting racing. Just for the sole fact that we have done the bonus. Actually, hold on. Fuck, dude. Damn. Seeing as we have done the double points and the randomizer for such a long time, it's kind of nice to see those 2 specific things get changed out. Not really changed out, but swapped around and kind of have like a fresh, new way to approach it. I definitely think it was needed, or it was a good change. Not that it was needed, but I think it was a good change. Seeing as we've revamped a lot of the rules lately in the playlist more recently for 2023, going back to community tracks along with the tracks that we make, just to kind of throw a little wrench in there. So I really think it's a good idea. I'm excited to see how these changes go, and hopefully we'll see some of those changes take into effect in this video here.
That will definitely be swag. I should have also mentioned at the beginning that Wan has 11 bonus points going in the episode as a result from the last episode. So there's that. And the other slight change is the way that the list off will be activated. List off will be activated long as both of us have 6 wins.
Longest?
Yeah. So that's how it's gonna work. If there's 6 wins for each of us, we'll go to the list off from there. So even though there's 15 episodes, changing that up just a little bit. So yeah, felt like 6 was still a good total to keep it at. Because again, the list off is meant to, keep things close in the end for, Juan here. To be able to go for pure wins. And I think that having something where you have that option to, you don't have to necessarily win half the races in an episode, I feel like makes it a little bit more achievable for you, I guess we could say. Because I think you winning 6 out of 15 is a little more achievable than you winning 6 out of 12 or 6 out of 13. We should also note that this will be the final episode that features the Moombo Road series that Wan put together for us last summer. They've pretty much been in the playlist for the last 6 or 7 months. So this will be the last episode with those. So that'll be finally we get to yeet those into oblivion forever.
Yeah, it was hype at first and then kind of fell off. Ah, god damn it, dude.
Bro's having his Charles Leclerc arc right now. It's crazy.
I really am, dude. Call me the French because I surrender.
Got him, I guess. We should acknowledge, though, Max Verstappen getting the first win of the 2023 season. That was swag. First win of Bahrain.
Yeah, I did see that this morning.
Got the team 1-2 as well, so that was heat. Now he's just got to break the whoever wins the first race of the season doesn't win the championship curse that's been going on since 2017.
Who put it on?
It's every year since 2017, whoever's won the first race of the season has finished second in points. Sebastian Vettel in 2017 and 2018. Valtteri Bottas in 19 and 20. Lewis Hamilton in 2021. Charles Leclerc in 2022. Last time that the driver won the first race and won the championship was Nico Rosberg in 2016. And he was also the last driver to win the last race of the season and then win the first race of the next year. And then he wanted to become champion in that year. So hopefully we'll see that path instead.
Right. It's just not the race here. I went into this feeling pretty confident, and the last turn, I think, not the last one, but the one before that caught me off, and I smashed my wing in, and
I'm glad
lost
this
that.
track's gone too, dude. This shit's been fucking whack. I think I won it, and then I like finished. Oh, I got a DNF in it, so that was cool. A rare DNF, but glad that shit's over.
All right. So many of y'all might not know, but because it's linear time frame for a video, but we recorded this a little bit later today.
Yes.
And we recorded this a little bit later because of my dumbass brother.
We got
So-
delayed because of COVID. We had to push back our recording. That's a 2020 joke. You can fuck right off. Yeah.
Yes. So story actually spans a couple of days.
God.
Started yesterday. Actually.
Rest of it spans a couple days. It goes back one day. Fuck.
Yeah. A couple is 2, right?
Oh my god. It's just funny the way you worded it.
So. Yes. So the other day, actually, no, it did start a couple of days ago, and meaning more than just yesterday, because I had noticed that, as you guys know, you might hear me smoking weed from time to time on this podcast, on this racing playlist, and I use weed medically in my state, and recreationally. I guess it's legal now.
Yeah.
Um,
It is.
for
Duty.
people who are for people who are over the age of 18 or 21, I believe.
Yeah, I think it is.
Um,
Yeah. 21.
So I usually get paid on Fridays for my job
Wow.
outside of YouTube. And so
Oh, this could be a good joke.
I got paid. Yeah, no, I feel it. I got paid Friday. However, the person I got my weed from, ooh,
That's a reset.
yeah.
Three, 2, 1, go.
The person I get my weed from, I asked for a front just because I was down weed for like a week and I wanted to smoke because I was hanging out with I had some plans going on. I didn't want to pick up Friday, so I picked up my weed earlier in the week. So it was Thursday, right? And so from Thursday to Friday, I had about 2 bowls entirely, which is at the most the size of my bowl, 2.5 grams. So what I do every single time I buy weed is I divide it up into 2, just for personal smoking, and then I have some left extra. It helps me figure out like how much I have, and we'll get into that in a second. But I also weigh out the amount of weed that I have before I separate it, because I trust my friends, but I don't want to get gypped. So I always weigh it out beforehand, and weighed out fine, 28 grams, that's an ounce. I'd split it up, 28 divided by 2 is 14, so I split 14 grams of each into each container. I'd smoked, again, 2 bowls from Thursday to
Whoa.
Friday. Whoa.
Whoa.
That was a big mistake.
Whoa. Whoa. I did not expect that turn to be like that. That was wild.
Damn, this is a windy track, dude.
Bro, why is this not on the F1 calendar, bro? Fuck the dumbass Paul Ricard French track. This shit's way better. I mean, though there are better
This is a
tracks
very
than
swag
France,
track.
but
I mean, in GTA though, this is a very swag
because
track.
France made, as we know. But yeah,
So yeah, I divided it up into two, and again, from Thursday to Friday, I smoked about 2 grams, 2.5 grams of weed. So I should have had, at that point, 12 grams of weed. Now, again, I'm very meticulous with weighing out my shit, and I know how much 12 grams of weed looks like. After I weighed, of course, because each type of weed has different density and weight and all that. So I noticed that my container was a little bit lower than it usually is at. And I'm like, that is strange. Maybe I'm just... I didn't weigh it out at that point. I was like, maybe I'm just like seeing things and this weed's a little bit lighter. And so continued smoking. I smoked another bowl. And so at
time to
most
smoke
3
a real
grams.
bowl.
At most 3 grams, or in total 11 grams should have been left in my container at that point. So I then get home the next day and notice that my weed is very, very low. And so I'm like, all right, what is going on here? So I grab my scale out and I weigh it. Again, should have 11 grams.
Fuck.
I have 3 grams. 3. So I was like, okay, someone's taking my weed. And I instantly know who it is because out of the 6 people who live in my house, or 5 people who live in my house, however many it is, only 2 people smoke, and that is me and my brother Josh. So for anybody else in the house to take my weed would be fucking ridiculous and dumb. So instantly I knew it was him. Also the fact that, we'll get into that in a second. So instantly I knew it was him. And I flipped the fuck out. I don't get mad ever. I've only gotten mad probably 3 times in my life now. But that was a
Bro said
time
I've only
that I
got mad 3 times in my life. Bro, stop.
Yes, dude. No. I'm genuinely mad, dude? No. You have not seen that.
Bro here.
You probably have seen it, but like...
Bro here with what the kids on the internet would call cap, bro.
So... So... Josh wasn't home that night.
Good.
And I had asked, because my mom was home, and his 23-year-old girlfriend, who is a sexual offender, I had asked my mom, was Josh home today? Because when I had left for work in the morning, my weed was probably about at 8 grams from eyeing it, and I had weighed it at night when I got home, and it was at 3. And that was a big jump. I knew someone was taking my weed. I knew someone had taken my weed from the beginning. So I had asked her if Josh was home at all that day. And she said, yes, he was there earlier, but he's at a friend's house now. So...
Bro really wanted to take some and make it just look fucking super obvious. Like, you would have known either way. But, like, if this dude just took, like, a small amount, but this dude's like, nah, I'm gonna take, like, more than half. Like...
This dude took it... For those who don't smoke or know what 10 grams is, in weed, 10 grams is about a handful. It would be you scooping a handful of weed out of a container and taking it. So yes, it's very, very obvious that this dude took some.
Obvious as fuck. That was a good win for you, my guy. You fucking pulled up.
Bro, that track was very swag. This creator knows what he's doing, dude. So yeah, he wasn't home. So since he wasn't home, had asked his girlfriend, because I knew she didn't smoke. I know you don't, this is exactly what I said. I said, I know you don't smoke. Do you know where Josh put my weed? And she's like, she fucking dropped her knee, doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about, played stupid. Right. So
She played dumb.
I then was like, all right, well, I'm going to find it anyway. So you can either tell me or I'm just going to go up in his room and look for it. She didn't tell me. Went up into his room. In his fucking first drawer, the top drawer of his room, It was just a pile, a handful pile of weed just sitting at the bottom of his drawer.
Man's didn't even put it in a fucking container. I'm done.
Didn't put it in a container, didn't put it in a bag, nothing. Just grabbed it, fucking threw it in his fucking dresser.
I mean,
Just
as
like
you
he
do.
throws shit out the window.
As you would. I mean,
And so, of course, before I had taken it, just because I wanted to be 100% sure, but I was 100% sure at this point, I grabbed my scale from downstairs before I had taken any, went up, and weighed how much
let me
was
guess.
there.
Is it 5?
It was not 5.
But I thought you said
It
you had
was
8
about-
and you had 3 left.
Well, he had taken more from the other day.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about the other day part.
So it came out to be like 9 point whatever grams, which is exactly how much I was missing. Right? So
Oh, no.
I take it all. I go downstairs, and mind you, my plans for this night, yesterday night, was to go out to the bar with some of my coworkers and have a good time. I had a good time at the bar. I got there like an hour later, and I was kind of mad about that. But,
Come on, car. No.
just barely made it.
Damn. I honestly should have stayed in the slipstream longer, but I thought the checkpoint was coming up earlier.
Oh, no. That's fucking me. So I found my weed, brought it back down to my container, called this dude out. Well, he wasn't home, but I, went on for minutes about this dude being a drug addict and fucking can't get his own shit, so he has to steal from somebody else. Like, I run off on this dude. Of course, he wasn't home, so he didn't actually hear any of the shit. Otherwise, this would have been today.
I heard
this
it
would have
through
been
messaging.
yesterday. And so I found my weed. My mom came up the stairs with me like shortly after. And the first thing she says to me is, "Are you sure that was Josh? I mean, his friends could have been..." And I stopped her right there. And I said, no, we're not fucking doing this dumb shit. We're not blaming his friends for Josh taking my shit. One, the container was hidden in my room, and the only person that knows what my room actually looks like and would be able to find it would be Josh. So don't fucking start with that shit. Don't say that it was his friends, because it was not his friends, and it was not his friends. Stop fucking pulling that bullshit.
Bro needs a lock on the door.
Oh, I got one this morning. And it was installed.
Did you get the right one, my guy?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Did you want to apply for a Lowe's credit card, my guy?
Oh, no, we got it at Home Depot.
Fucking K.
Damn, dude.
Bro, I could have got you 10% off, my guy.
That was only $11.
Could have got you 10% off, my guy. And a credit card, my guy. Could have signed you up.
I'm good. So, where was I? Mom was trying to gaslight me into thinking it was his friends, right? So I shut that down quick because I'm not a fucking idiot. It wasn't his friends, it was him. He knew exactly where the weed was, and he took all of it. It was in the top of his dresser. Like, come on.
All right, now I want you to leave off at that point real quick because we are going to have the randomizer coming up, and I want to do that. So just remember the point that you're at.
Yep.
One other thing that I did have to change with the rules is the weight up can be called in the first 7 races and then 8 through 15. So just keep that in mind for weight ups. I forgot about that until that race just popped up. All right, would you look at that? The first double points for the randomizer. So this race, oh my god, this race will be double points. Because why would it not be? So we got Adelaide back for 2 races. The most goated race post track we ever had. And why would it not randomize double points for this, my guy? This shit always is our double points race. So 5 bonus points are up for grabs in this race, each lap led, as it was with the previous double points rules. Only difference, the fastest lap is not double points in this new scenario. That's its own category. So as I feel to be back on Adelaide, of course, one of the last times we saw it, it gave us one of our most iconic shorts we ever had. The "Oh no, I crashed on my own." And of course, before shorts existed, Adelaide was giving us heat almost every single time. So, see what it's got for us this time, Gumar. Oh my god. You just, this fucking straight, dude. You just pull up with so much speed. Like, you can't block runs on it.
Definitely not. You move over, you're cutting time off. I'm already 30 seconds ahead of you.
We're coming up to the spot, my guy. The original I crashed in my own location. There it is.
The landmark.
I crashed in my own corner. Like, bro, that short was fucking goated, dude. Having the first race of the F1 season really was like a. It was exciting because that was when the first shorts like really started. Was when I put just a random F1 clip out from the first race of the season last year. So it was kind of swag to be like, oh shit, we're back. Like, you know, basically it's been a year since we did shorts, which has been super, super swag. That was a wild pass. I mean, they've been killing it. As I texted you earlier in the day, already our second most watched year ever on the channel, which is fucking wild. I mean, to be at the time of recording on the 5th day of March, like, to be at numbers that it took a whole year to hit back when I was like, oh shit, we're killing it, in like 2016 time of we're killing it. To pass that, I mean, I'm hyped, and I mean, looking forward to trying to have some of these videos go past the 2017 mark. That was part of like a just overall big year. 2017 is like a important year for me just in general. So to have that be the number we're approaching is quite cool. And I'm looking forward to these next videos and see what gets us those next 50,000 views, basically. Because it's been fun making these videos and having Gamar here. Ooh.
Son of a bitch, dude. You messed up too. Okay.
I just followed your slipstream right into the wall, dude. Like, damn. Oh, that was a brilliant section for your boy. The way I just hopped over that tire, dude. I was...
Whoa. Oh, yeah. Tire hopping is a strat, dude.
You hit that thing just right, dude. You're flawless through that section.
Ooh. Ooh.
Surprisingly, on this track, no resets have been required yet.
I was very close to being one.
Yeah, if I didn't, like, correct back straight, that definitely would have been one. Because I was, like, almost sideways, but...
I mean, I didn't mean to hit you that hard, but
no,
definitely hitting you into the wall there, yeah. It caused you to, like, waste another second trying to get back going.
And granted, it's such a long race with the catch-up that
fucking son.
That I was able to get you down that straight. But of course, discussing the catch-up will be saved for our upcoming episode of GT Online Racing Masters, episode number 2, coming out next Sunday. Make sure to check that out.
Right. Come on, my guy. Come here.
Bro, this track every time, dude.
Ooh.
Oh my God, what a save, dude.
That was a wild section for me, dude.
Bro, we just need a compilation short of Adelaide, dude. That's like the whole thing.
We just have like a short playlist of just Adelaide.
Just Adelaide.
We'll just name it Adelaide 1, 2, 3. Every time we go and visit Adelaide and have a short there, we'll just call it the next Adelaide short. Oh! Damn!
What a finish.
Oh, no.
What a finish. What a finish. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, man, that was wild. Try not to swear. Don't get demonetized.
Bro, it really do be like that, though. It really do. All right. Fastest lap goes to Juan. First fastest lap of the race, of course. There's no double points for that, but we did each earn a few bonus points from our laps led in that.
So, yeah, continuing on my story.
Bro, I'm just before you finish or continue.
Oh, yeah.
Adelaide always brings the heat. I'm so excited to have it back in at least one more episode after this. I threw that in because when I was trying to pick races, I didn't want to pick a brand new track and only feature it twice. So I was like, this is a perfect opportunity to bring back Adelaide for 2 episodes. Because, again, I don't want to go in, pick a track, and have it be super heat, and then be like, oh, we need to do it twice instead of 3 times. Adelaide, we've done a lot. It's always fun. Always just so exciting. And glad to have it back in this episode and the next one. But continue your story, Gamar.
Yes, so we skip ahead to today. Basically, yesterday I just got blamed for, or not blamed, but
His friends got
gaslit
blamed.
into. Yeah, his friends got blamed, and I got gaslit into thinking it was his friends. Didn't think it was at all. But let me get to today. Today is when the wild shit popped off. It's the sole reason why we are recording so late at night, but you guys don't know that.
I mean,
you do know.
honestly, though, the fact that we're recording this late is our normal record time, but you just got out of
Yeah,
work
you're
at
right.
9 instead of 10, and it would have made it earlier. But yes, continue anyways. Ooh.
So, like I said, Josh wasn't home the other day to when he took my weed, so I didn't get to say anything to him. However, I'm not just gonna let this dude take my weed. Yes, I got it back, but I'm not going to not say anything to him, right?
Yeah,
So,
gotta call him out.
yeah, like that's one. Like I don't really care if it was. I would care if it was anything else that he took. But he is under the age of.
Safety car.
Okay. He is under the age of 18. I have never once provided him with weed. The only time that he's ever gotten it is when he stole it from me. So I'm not okay with that. One, because he's stealing from me, and two, because he's not old enough to actually be using the substance to begin with. So, got a lot of problems there. And two, he didn't even come in and ask me. Like,
Not
I
only
would've
is the
said
fact
no.
that he's under 18, but he's under 21, which is when you're supposed to be allowed to have it in the state.
Yes. Although, I really don't have a problem after 18.
I mean, I don't have a
but it
problem
is.
after any, but yeah.
So, yeah, that had transpired. I had thought of what I was gonna say to this dude for a little while. And honestly, I'd gotten out of work and I was at work and I was thinking about what I was gonna say. Because
Oh, are
usually
you not
he
waiting?
comes. Oh, fuck! I forgot.
No, it's all good. Just stay where you're at. What race is this? 6. All right, countdown.
3, 2, 1, go.
Of course, that does hurt
So-
you because you still have to pit in this race.
Yeah. So I was thinking about what I was gonna say to this dude, and ultimately, because usually he is in the car ready to pick me up with my mom, because I don't drive myself. I have a driver's license, but we only have the one car for right now. So got to use, the resources when I can get them. I appreciate it. But I thought what I was gonna say if he was in the car, right? And basically, what I ultimately came down to was, I was just gonna say,
Bro, why'd you steal my
Don't
fucking
ever-
weed, bitch?
no, I was gonna say, don't ever touch my stuff ever again, or don't ever fucking touch my stuff ever again. That's what I said, right? Or that's what I was going to say. So he wasn't in the car. I was like, all right, he's probably at his friend's house. We get home, and at first I didn't know he was home, but then I hear him like running down the stairs like a boulder.
Mans is in your room battling your Beyblades and shit.
And dude goes to the bathroom. So I didn't catch him like right as he was going to the bathroom. However, when he came out of the bathroom and was heading upstairs, I said, "Hey Josh, don't ever fucking touch my stuff again."
Bro pulled up on him like fucking Chris Hansen. Have a seat.
I didn't say anything about weed specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I just said, "Don't ever fucking touch my stuff again," because I don't want him touching my stuff. Period. He took a RC car tire wheel from my car while I was working on it. That cost me to like look for it for an hour, and I don't know why I would ask him, because why would he take it? But he had taken my stuff in the past, and so I just don't want him touching any of my stuff. Which, you just stole my shit, and I don't think saying "don't fucking touch my stuff ever again" is an unfair thing to say to someone who had just stolen your things, right?
Right.
So this dude turns around, he's like, "Don't ever fucking talk, don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that." And he gets all like defensive because I had said, "Don't ever touch my stuff
Call
again,"
them out.
because I don't want him touching my things. He gets mad. Either way, I digress. Um,
And again, you gotta lock it for your door so you can lock that shit when you leave.
yes, I do have a lock for my door. I installed that this morning. I had one before, but it didn't really lock right, and you can just like put a butter knife in the thing and just jiggle it open. This door, you need an actual key for.
Swag.
Um,
Swag. That's good.
But so after he said that, he didn't go upstairs, and he like conversation exhumed. He said like things along the lines of, "No, don't talk to me like that. You're not gonna talk to me like that." And instead of having a genuine discussion, because if he thinks he's wrong, right? Let's talk about it. But I am under the impression that nobody else in this house smokes. Mom doesn't smoke. Dad doesn't smoke. Your sex offender girlfriend doesn't smoke. So,
Bro,
like,
she's getting dragged in this too, bro.
bro,
She's
no,
getting
no, no,
fucking dragged, bro.
bro, there's a whole like section just for her later on.
Yes. Talking about Chris Hansen earlier. Drag this bitch. Drag this bitch.
So, essentially, it escalates. He shoves me. I stand tall. He doesn't push me back into anything. He just shoves me pretty lightly. A bitch ass shove is what I would refer to it as. But
Ooh, this track's gonna be spicy too.
and at that point, I was just like, all right, I'm walking away from the situation because my brother is 16, and I am 22. So if I was to put
Bro's
hands
girlfriend
on
is older
him,
than you. Drag this bitch.
oh yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. And actually, that's the meaniest part of this whole thing.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oof.
They got the corkscrew part of this track correct.
That was swag.
Bro, playing that Gran Turismo, dude. Oh my god. This track's fucking amazing in that game. It's like this, but like more realistic, obviously. But they got
this.
They got the
I'd like to do
elevation.
this for more people.
Bookmark it, my guy.
Got to.
We can have it in Racing
yeah.
Masters.
So yeah, dude shoves me. I walk away from the situation because again, if I put my hands on him at any point, like if he starts fighting me, right, and then I put my hands on him to defend myself, then I'm gonna get arrested or at least charged with something. I know, 100%, because that's just how it works. And I'm not gonna put myself in that position when this dude was the one who stole my weed. Like that's not a hill that I'm gonna die on.
Yeah.
I'm good. So I go into my room. This dude's still fucking having a conniption. And a lot of things are said. He goes into the kitchen and I overhear him talking to my mom like, "No, he's fucking saying that I stole his shit." Wait, real quick. Also, while I was in the room, he said...
Can we just discuss the move that I just made, dude? Hello? Hello, bro. I'm him. Damn.
Also, while I was in the living room where this all transpired, while I was still in there, he had said, "Joke's on you. That's CBD. My girlfriend bought that the other day." I'm like, did she? And is it? Because I know what my weed looks like. I know what it smells like. I know what it tastes like. And I know what it feels like. So you could say that your girlfriend bought it, but that's not what happened. And it's not CBD. So smoking the stuff that I took back from him, which was rightfully mine because I bought it, right now, I'm high as fuck. because I bought that shit and it's actual THC weed. I don't know what he thought he was trying to like do with saying that. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll give it back. Like, no, dude, shut the fuck up. Come on, dude.
Hey, my guy, you can't have the CBD weed, my guy.
And so I go and this is after he shoves me, and I'm in my room. I overhear him talking to my mom like, no, he's gonna come out here and apologize for me to blaming me that I stole his weed.
This is the dude who wants apologies, bro?
Yeah.
This
and
man?
He was saying, I'm gonna go in there and fucking beat his face in and spit in his face and leave him bloody on the ground until he comes and apologizes to me. Like, even if I was wrong, which I'm not, that you took my weed, after you said that, I would never apologize to you, dude.
Bro.
I meant what I said. Like, I thought about like what I was going to say because genuinely this shit pissed me off the other day, and like I fucking know that you did it, dude. Like, there's absolutely no way anybody else could have done it, and if they did, it just would make no sense at all. So, over here, this dude just spewing more threats. I'm not coming out of my room because one, this dude's just gonna try and fight me right away instead of
You're his
actually
target
talking.
at this point.
Yes. So my mom and dad, everybody else is in the room. He's just focused on me. Like, he's enraged, but he's focused on me. Like, he's calm with everybody else, just focused on me. Which is very interesting because usually he's like against everybody, but I don't know. That's just an observation that I noticed that was strange. But so I'm still chilling in my room. Again, not trying to start anything else. I said what I needed to say. Not apologizing because I don't feel like I need to give you an apology. Sorry if I hurt your feelings, but you stole my weed. And basically then this dude had made the threat of, I'm going to call my friends to come and shoot this house up. Shoot my parents' house up that I live in, that he lives in, that his sex offender girlfriend lives in. Shoot the house up because he took my weed.
Bro is on some shit. Bro. What?
And then he said, I have the
What?
whole thing on. I have this specific thing on record. I'm not going to play it on this video, but he said this specific thing that he's going to call someone to have them shoot up my house, my parents' house, on recording. And then he also says at the end of the video, my friends will get here before the cops do. Of which, of course, recorded it, played it for the cops when they got here.
Yikes.
Because, that's the power of 2023 and Apple cell phones. So, thanks, kids who mine the cobalt in Africa. You helped someone out.
Bro.
Um,
Bro, to finish that off with some wild shit, bro. Not that the whole thing wasn't already wild, but he's just like, I'm going all in.
yeah. And then he did some other things. He spit at my mom, which is disgusting. I'm sure she's now got the vid or monkeypox or some shit because of that.
Monkeypox because he's gay?
I don't know what you want to call it, dude.
Did you bookmark that last race?
I did not bookmark it afterwards.
Cringe. Be better.
But yeah, so he spits at my mom, and then he notices that I have food cooking in the oven. Food that I was going to cook before I got on and do this, which is why I still haven't eaten now. So this dude noticed that I have 2 chicken tenders or chicken strips in the air fryer and some fries cooking in the oven. And so, first off, he bashes my race, and he's also black, so
Got
called
him?
me a nigger a lot of times and said, "Oh, once my mom said he has chicken in there, leave it alone. He said, "Oh, of course he's eating chicken because he's a fucking nigger."
Bro would use the hard R, bro.
Yeah, and he dude said it multiple times. Not gonna say it anymore, but dude said it
Yikes.
multiple times to me. I don't really understand because he's also black. He also eats chicken, and he also I don't want to really even like. Dude sounds like a modern day leftist, dude. Like, doesn't fucking make sense at all. But um,
Yeah, that's fucking wild, dude.
so goes into the air fryer and crushes my food.
Sick.
Says, "What you gonna do with these 2 chicken strips anyway?" What I was going to do with it was make a Mr. Beast Burger chicken sandwich, but he just grabbed them in his
Now, were you
dirty
gonna make a
fucking
Mr. Beast
hand.
burger chicken sandwich or just a chicken sandwich? Because I mean,
Well, a chicken sandwich, I guess. But, well, I mean, I made it like with all the ingredients, the same spicy shit. Like, it's just not from Mr. Beast, but
so you made
it's
a
all the
spicy
same
chicken
thing.
sandwich.
Yeah, with the chicken strips instead of a patty.
Sick.
Which I think is like, yeah, I think that's it. But um, this dude was like, "Oh, what's he eating 2 chicken strips for? He's not gonna fill him up." And then decides to crush them, which ruins my food for the night. Oh no. Anyway, dude's like, dude's like, uh, "Oh, he'll be fine. He's skinny." I'm like, do you not know how the fuck the world works, dude? If you're fat, then you can go longer periods of time without eating. But again, dude's a dumbass. Hasn't went to school in like 5 years, so I
Call him
honestly
out.
not surprised he doesn't
Drag
know that.
him. Drag
Um,
him.
and so yeah, I at this point, dude's what he had made the threats to shoot up the house, and that was when I was just like, all right, this is not. No, we're not doing this. So I called the police at that point to my house, which is a common occurrence. Um,
This is facts.
living with him, and
And if anybody wants to know why throughout the history of this YouTube channel, videos have majority of the time taken place here at my house, this dude is the reason why.
yes,
That this dude has been a fucking meme forever, and it's just gotten fucking worse. That's why most of our YouTube videos together, that are us both in the video, take place at my house. Or
And,
somewhere near where you live that's not actually your house.
yeah. And so I'm going to say right now, just for future reference, so this video can be used in a court of law if this dude does do a unspeakable act to a place that is supposed to be safe, like a school or a hospital or whatever, or a church. I
Or
saw
your
it coming.
house.
Or my house. I saw it coming. I called the police multiple times. My dad's called the police multiple times. Nothing has ever been done. I saw it coming. He saw it coming. You saw it coming. So I'm not surprised about this, and this is why we need to take mental health more seriously. Because this is genuinely a problem, and like we are making jokes about this, as you know we do about everything to try and lighten the mood about things, but genuinely I do think he's going to hurt a lot of people, and if and when he does do that, I won't be surprised, and I tried to warn as many people as I could before it happened, but again, I digress. Can't do anything until he's already hurt people, so it's how the American judicial system works, even though he's more than likely to commit the same crime again. Recidivism rate is near 100% with this dude.
Dude doesn't fucking learn or understand anything, so.
Yeah. So
Like,
if
if this dude is making threats like this, like,
yes,
he makes threats consistently.
and he has making threats against schools before with weapons.
Yeah.
We don't have any here, but he's made bomb threats. He's made shooting threats. one of each at least that I know of.
It's fucking
I'm sure he said it more. Yeah. But again, saw it coming. This video is testimony to that. This is recorded March 5th, 2023. So can't be used just in case that does happen, and media wants to try and smear whatever. But
let's hope that's not the way that brings attention to this channel, though. Let's hope that we bring
Yeah.
attention to this channel through our high quality content and shorts and our positive energy that we radiate throughout our content.
oh yeah, and the jokes.
And the jokes. Yeah, the jokes are heat.
We wouldn't be here without I crashed on my own, or
Exactly.
some of the big short worthy moments, or
Yeah,
video
name another
worthy
short worthy
moments that we've
moment.
got.
Like recently, we had you riding on a bridge. That was good. It's iconic GTA moments. So positive vibes is what we're here for. All right, continue your story of cringe.
Yeah, so at that point I had called the cops, and they'd gotten there.
That point, I thought you were
quickly.
gonna call a widow, but
I did too, but I was like, cops got there pretty quickly.
bro had the wheel
And-
pull up.
He went upstairs, of course, to try and play the victim. Like,
I'm
he's
the
just
victim
trying.
here.
He was. This is the quote that I was gonna say later on, but this is a quote from him. Is can we not do this? I was just about to go to bed. No, the fuck you weren't, dude. You're about to call someone to fucking shoot our house up, dude. Shut the
Bro
fuck up, dude.
said,
I have
"Can
you
we-
on recording."
Can we not do this? I was gonna go to bed. Oh my god, what the cringe, dude. My
so-
god.
Cops get here. I explain basically everything I explained previously on the race playlist. That from the beginning, and the cop was like, "Oh, just give me today," and I'm like, "All right." I had just said, don't ever fucking touch my stuff again. Didn't mention anything specific to weed, and he went off. He shoved me, and then the point where I also forgot.
And you
to
told the
mention
cop
he,
that this dude stole your weed, and then that's how the story got there.
I did, yes.
Okay. Which obviously, before you wouldn't have wanted to tell the cops, "Hey, I had weed," but now you're good. Like years ago, I remember you're like, "This dude's got the cops pulling up." I remember that was a concern you used to have back a few years ago when this dude was being filmed.
Yeah.
But obviously now it's different because you're allowed to, so it doesn't matter. But I remember that did used to be a concern.
And I remember, like, I told the cop, like, he was the only person that could have taken my weed. Like, he's the only one in this house besides me that smokes. And he had the weed in his drawer upstairs. And he, I mean, that's it. There's no other...
Yeah.
Like, so, one of the cops went upstairs. Oh, and what I was going to say before is, to add on to the things that he was threatening when I was in my room, he had set a timer for 10 minutes on his phone and said, "When this 10-minute timer runs up, I'm going to go down there and break that door down and fight you."
Bro, set a 10-minute timer, bro.
Which, of course, I got that on recording too. Doesn't really matter. I don't care about that threat. It's the shooting threat that I care about. Because, like, that's some serious shit. Like, we don't have guns in our house.
Threats.
But yeah, no, you don't make threats, period. But this dude is...
That's like
just
the extreme
absolutely
threat.
ridiculous, dude. Yeah. And on your family, right? I'm
Yeah,
not,
bro,
like,
what the fuck?
on your family, you're gonna have someone come and shoot up your family's house because you stole weed from your brother? Come on, dumbass.
That's fucking
Come the fuck on.
cringe, dude.
So yeah, the cops were called, and...
Oh no, I crashed to my own. Fuck.
Damn, that was a big crash, my guy.
I hit where the track pieces meet
Oh.
the bottom layers. Oh my god, and then my front wing popped off and I flew through the air.
That one dude did make this track, right?
No, that's a different dude. Oh my god, I fucking. Alright, go for the fastest lap.
Um, yeah. So, cops got there, explained the whole thing,
Don't forget to pit
and
Kamar, or you'll get a disqualification.
oh, I won't.
Happened on this race in the last episode.
Um, and the cop had basically said, it was already decided that he was going to the hospital. I could have overturned that, but why'd I do that?
You could have sent him to
You
jail.
just made it. No, I couldn't do that.
Oh, you could have just said, nah, he can stay here?
Yeah,
Yikes.
instead of going to the hospital. Which, why would I do that? Dude just made a threat.
Nah, you're gone, dude.
Again, dude just made a threat, threatening to call up his friends to shoot up his parents' house, with all of us in it. So, I wanted him to go to the hospital and get a psych evaluation because that dude is a fucking dumbass.
Bro threatened to have the building he was in shot up.
Fuck.
Damn. Okay. The fuck happened to you?
I fucked up bad on that pit.
Helped me out because I also fucked up on that pit, so. I smashed into that black barrier that was sticking out.
Yeah, me too.
I thought you'd been fine. I hit it because I don't have a front wing. That's wild, my dude.
So it was already determined that he was going to the hospital. And after that had happened, the cop had went up into his room originally to get him. So after he left, we had to continue the conversation on. Basically, I had relayed how I felt about, living with this dude for the better part of like 18, 19 years. And my dad did as well, and my mom didn't say anything, but she understood, and she even told me after. She was like, I wish you'd call the cops a little bit sooner," which honestly that kind of broke my heart a little bit to hear that. Just because like I was just trying not to escalate the situation myself, and I felt like him seeing me would do that, but my mom, he wasn't attacking my mom at all. Like, he was only aggroed against me, as
Bro,
if this was like an Overwatch match.
Bro, yeah.
But it really did, hurt for me to hear that from my mom. It's because usually she's against calling the police and all that, but yeah. So
Before
after
you
that,
continue, randomizer race number 2. We will see a lap 3 reset.
all right, just give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. So the next part of the story, and the last part, actually has to do with his girlfriend. So again, for future reference for all those watching, his Josh's girlfriend. Josh is 16. His girlfriend is 23. She's older than me. She's from I don't fucking know where, but she's not from this state. And they're dating and have had sex multiple times.
Bro,
So
her age is in between our ages, my guy. What the fuck?
yeah, like the fact that she's almost the same age as you and older than me, knowingly having sex with Josh, that's definitely some groomer, sex offender, fucking vile ass shit, dude. And the cop, when he had everybody was leaving and it was all calming down, he had asked, "Who's that up there?" Because she didn't have a last name um, as anybody here, and she was just like just chilling up at Josh's room. So,
Chilling. I'm just chilling here.
so instead of my parents answering the questions, I answered the questions.
Oh boy.
And
Oh
yeah, I
no.
said,
Is Chris Hansen
I,
pulling up?
I genuinely don't know, dude. But they had asked who was she. I had said I didn't know her name. Honestly, I think it's. I'm not gonna say here, but I don't really know her name. But I do know that she's 23 and not from the state. And dude asked how she got here, or cop asked how she got here, and I said Uber, I think. She's just dropped off, and I don't know. She's been here ever since. And
That's fucking wild, dude. She just pulled up, dude. What the fuck?
the cop then looks at my parents, and he's like, "So she's a." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, she's 23. She's older than me. That would be sexual assault. Yep." You're not wrong. You're listening to it, everything I'm saying correctly. And the dude then. Okay.
This is race 10, so what is your countdown?
3, 2, 1, go. Then the dude repeated like her age in his head. Like I can see him mouthing her age, and then he like walked out the door and had like this look on his face, and I'm genuinely not sure. I mean, he was disgusted, but I'm genuinely not sure if like he's gonna like write a separate investigation because he has to by law, because that's a 23-year-old
Yeah.
having sex with a 16-year-old. But or maybe, and I'm not not defending this, definitely not advocating for this. Jesus Christ. But maybe because my parents like, I don't know if like they seem like it was okay, because I know there's a law that says that like if the parents agree to
Yeah.
like dating, then it's fine, but it's past a certain age. I think it's past 16,
I
so he
think it.
might.
I'm pretty sure it is 16. So.
Regardless, that's still, it's very sick.
Yeah, it's either 16 or 17, but I'm pretty sure it's 16. So, I mean, if your parents did say that it was okay, then it would be okay.
Fucking lost, dude. So yeah, the cop then left after that, and that's the end of the story. And we started the race playlist, and we're doing Moonbow Road for the last time on this playlist now. So that was the story that we had today. And by the way, I'm very, very against grooming and all that kind of bullshit. May it be teachers grooming children, or may it be 23-year-old partners grooming 15, 16-year-old kids. Regardless, grooming is grooming and it's wrong. The definition of grooming is taking a underage person, which is in this case would be 18, and basically becoming buddy-buddy with them and saying certain things to get close to them, have sexual relationships. That is what grooming is, and it is what is plaguing a lot of schools nowadays. But that's a whole different topic. Um, very against it. Just so pointing that out, call it out where it is, and called it out. So we'll see what happens with that. Or if it's legal, then whatever. But
Send her away. Honestly, send them
regardless,
both to
I
jail.
yeah.
Send them both to jail. Send her back to fucking Massachusetts or whatever the fuck.
Don't even send her back, dude. Just send her to jail, dude.
Send her back
Just
to
skip
jail
the
in
whole.
Massachusetts.
No. All right. All right. But I wanted to check out your team while we were on the playlist here. So you've got Guilty Longus, Vanish Fafnir, Cyclone Valkyrie, Burst Spriggan, and Dynamite Belial Nexus. Okay, so you are using Dynamite Belial. Is that the like massive hamburger one, or was it like the smaller one that's got all the different pieces? Because I know there's two different types of Belial Nexus.
That's the one it's going to have most of the pieces.
Yeah, there was like a version that was like got an extra two pieces, and then
well, this one has, it can have up to 4 pieces, and that would be perfect.
yeah.
I
I
have
think
it.
that was the one.
It's almost perfect. I just don't have one piece.
Although I heard that the perfect one is not as good as the one you have.
Well, it is that one, just with more things to it. Pretty sure the perfect one's supposed to be better, but yeah.
It's supposed to be, but I'd seen the Beyblade Geeks video, and I mean, I don't like to judge based on a video of somebody else battling it, but seemed like they said that it was worse off. It lost a lot more battles.
I don't know. That shit so far with the extra pieces that I have has been pulling the fuck up, so.
Now, you got a pretty strong team there. Fafnir, Longus, Spriggan, Dynamite Belial with the weight.
3 of the 4 pieces.
However, I'm not worried. I have a pretty defensive team myself. I would say my team is more defense stamina built. I have got.
Bro thinks my team isn't.
I mean, Burst Spriggan, isn't that a attack?
No, that's balance.
Oh,
The only one
Never
that's
mind
attack is Longus.
okay.
Like, I built my team to be defense stamina as well. Like, I'm not gonna not do that. That was kind of my tactic back in the day as well. I had El Drago, but everything else was more on the stamina balance vibe. I think we're gonna have one of those battles battles where a lot of the things come down to really, really close spinning at the end. Like, who had that one last little spin?
Yeah. My team is built pretty defensively. I've got from my lineup, I've got Vanish, or not Vanish. What's the word? Variant Lucifer. I've got Glide Ragnarok. I've got Orb Ingard. I've got Wind Knight, and I've also got Duo Eclipse. And so the team that I built is pretty gimmicky.
Bro's got Duo Eclipse, so it's 4 against 5. But yeah. That shit's getting tossed. I'm sorry. It's getting tossed.
It's not getting tossed, dude.
It's getting
not getting
tossed.
bursted. It's not getting tossed.
It's getting tossed. I guarantee it, dude. I just got tossed.
I hope that it battles Belial Nexus then.
To get tossed against Belial Nexus?
No, because if Belial Nexus is all defense or balance, then I mean that dude couldn't possibly spin for that long. It's a really heavy Beyblade.
Belial Nexus is even the heaviest Beyblade I have.
I mean, I think I can outspin it just based on the fact that it's heavy. So I believe.
I mean, if
that
you
Duo
think
Eclipse
that
would be
dude's
the
heavy,
best.
then go ahead. But that dude isn't as heavy as you think it is.
Doesn't it have like 18 pieces on it?
No, it doesn't really have more pieces because you have to take out the weight piece to add a weight piece to it.
Oh, I thought you just put like a different weight piece that was heavier.
No, so it has the armor piece, the armor whatever it is, armor 2 or whatever, right? That comes
Yeah.
out of it for then the one of the, I think it's L gear maybe, one of the gears. Let's see. I know it has an F gear. Let's see.
Bro, I'm so excited.
So this thing has the armor 2, which you take out. And then in its place, you will put the L gear, which comes from Guilty Longus. And then you put the F gear underneath it, and then you can add the S gear and the V gear. So the only one I don't have is V gear. Everything else I have. So if you have the V gear, that shit will become very heavy because that's an extra metal piece on it, but I don't have that one.
Oh.
So it's not any heavier than it would normally be. If you add that piece in, then yeah, it'll be heavy, but I don't have the extra weight. Because when I was looking at getting this thing, that's the one that I felt was the least useful. And then the thing is, I had to go and get the other gear whatever was the S gear. Because the other ones I got from getting Fafnir, and if you watch the Fafnir video, I was very confused as how that thing worked because I don't understand it because it was like the second unboxing I did. So I was like, where the hell does this thing go? And I'm like, oh, this goes for another Beyblade. And then I got longest, I knew what I was doing. But so yeah, that dude isn't like that heavy.
Did you weigh it?
No, but I held it on my hand compared to the other one. Like, I mean, of my team, it's probably the second or third heaviest. I don't have Spriggan yet, so I don't know.
Oh.
I'll get Spriggan tomorrow. But it's probably second or third because it's the Valkyrie that I have. That dude's not that heavy. Fafnir, since it's all rubber, isn't as heavy. So yeah, it's when Spriggan shows up that would be like, okay, where's that go in? Yeah, well, you were having your situation. I went through and kind of took the potential candidates and narrowed it down. So that's why I said it's 99% because Spriggan comes in a set of 2. So the other one is some other Valkyrie, so I want to see if that dude's good, but there's like a 1% chance that I use it because that dude's an attack, and I don't really want to have another attack on my team.
Why not?
Because I don't go for the attacks because I'm just going to be spinning away all my spin while you're sitting in the middle.
Well, necessarily, that's not really what all attack Beyblades do, but either attack Beyblades have like wild.
I'm not aware of how they
wheels,
work, but that dude's got like some wild tip that's going to make it fly around the stadium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you look at a dude like Longest, like that dude's not necessarily flying around the stadium. It just hits real hard. So, yeah, I mean, obviously every attack doesn't do it, but if we're doing, teams the way that we are, which of course is the smart way to do stamina, attack, balance type setups, then, I mean, stamina, defense, balance. And I'm good with one attack. I mean, I got Longest. That dude's going to pull up and win its matchup, but I'm not really trying to, venture outside of that. I mean, I'm very confident in my team. Like, I don't really foresee a loss happening just because,
At all? You think you're going to go 50-0?
No. I don't see, a loss coming in the competition. I don't think it's really possible. No, I think, an individual battle, yes. But I don't think that's happening, but I don't think it's going to be,
I mean, I don't really know much about Burst Spriggan or Dynamite Baloo. I just know that I've seen a video of it.
I just know that Spriggan's so.
Yeah. I would just personally... I think my team is suited to beat yours. I just need to have my base fall into the right matchups. If I get that, then I'm at a good spot.
Which I'm excited for our matchups. I feel like we should do a matchup reveal video.
I don't think we have to do that. I mean, we already have our...
Nah, we should because what we should do is here's what we do. We do our discussing how we're going to beat each other. Basically, we make it one big video, right? We have our matchup reveals first, and then we have our discussing how we're going to battle each other separately, all in the same video. Plus, that way we can analyze the upcoming matchups as well.
Right.
And not just, if this pops up, this will win. It'll be more, this is how I think it's going to go, knowing our matchups.
Yeah.
So this is our randomizer video, or randomizer race for the episode. Not necessarily randomizer, but it is set as our one race because I didn't want to pick something for one episode. So, had we not changed the rules, this would have been the randomizer for the episode. So, Wanyá's been pulling up here a little bit in the last few races. Got 4 wins on the board now. Of course, you can win 2 of the next 3. You can put yourself into the list.
Yeah, and while we're on the topic of Beyblades, I was at work today, and I get in probably about like 10 minutes into my shift. I pull a toy cart, and I go and start stocking the shelves. Right, I go into the Beyblade section because it's meta right now, and I noticed that there's a package ripped open. Oh boy.
Damn. We haven't had many resets in this
reset.
episode, but
I'm wedged. I had to reset.
That's a proper reset. Holy hell.
Yeah, I was wedged in that sign in the pole, dude. There's no way I could back out.
Alright, this is race 13, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh, that wasn't bad. So the Beyblade, there was a package that was open. And, of course, I call the AP guy to come on over because I didn't know that I could just, like... I mean, I did know that I could defact things out if something was stolen, but I thought you had to, like, call them.
I mean, it's good to let them know, like...
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What did somebody steal a fucking Quad Strike Stadium?
No, dude. It was the Beyblade that they stole. So,
bro,
like,
if they stole fucking Tact Lunar, dude, I'm done.
No, they fucking... It was worse, dude. They took the fucking plastic Beyblades, the Quad Strike edition.
Oh, my God.
Bro, you should have heard me. I was like... Yeah, I down in E19, I see a Beyblade package open, but they didn't get a good one.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, dude. That was hilarious. I was...
Bro, they... Oh, my God. Oh, this isn't the fucking way to go. That's not the normal route. Okay. I guess it is now. I don't know if that was against the rules that I just did, but...
I'm gonna come wait up.
Did I just break it?
What did you do?
I just
what did you do?
flew through the pits. Kept going. I don't know. Let me see. I know we had a bunch of pit rules. Give me a second. Keep telling your story.
If you just broke a rule and I used my weight up, does that weight up count?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out if I broke a rule.
All right, but yeah. So this dude took. I think it was. I wish I had fucking remembered the type. It was a trash Beyblade. It was one of those plastic, like $5 Quad Strike Beyblades that are on clearance because nobody wants them. It wasn't the Pro Series Hasbro ones, the actual quality ones. So yeah, I called them over and I was like, yeah, they had stole a Beyblade, but they didn't get a good one.
Yeah.
And,
so on technicalities, that would be cutting through the pits, which is used as... You can't use it as a shortcut. Technically, that would shortcut the track. So, assuming that's a disqualification, there's no rules of saying what happens when you do it, but everything else results in disqualifications, revolving pits. So I'm assuming that's what's going to happen here. We'll do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. So for your question, real quick, on the is that going to count? Yes, that will count as a weight up, due to the fact that normally we don't catch something like that until the end of a race, because the only reason I checked the rule was because you called your weight up.
Okay, gotcha.
So had you not called the weight up, I would have checked it on the end. So
loose for the end?
You did pit on that second. Or, because you followed me through, and then I seen that you reversed.
Yeah, I pit in the box.
Yeah, but you went through the box and then reversed, right?
No.
That's what it looked like to me. It looked like you were out of it and then reversed.
I think I might have hit the... Oh, fuck. I think I might have hit the wall and then went off to the side.
I mean, I'll look back because that determines what happens in the outcome of this race.
Okay.
Because it looked to me like you were through it, but it may have just been the angle I seen it at. If you were through it and then pit, then we both get disqualified. If you weren't through it and then it was just me, then obviously...
Yeah, no, I think I hit this sign here and I had to I did back up, but I wasn't ahead of the pits. I don't know, we'll see.
I mean, if you reversed in the pits, it's a disqualification either way.
How's that?
Because that was our rule that you can't back up to the pits.
No, I didn't back. Okay, there's a area in the pits. The pits are off to the right, right?
Yeah.
And there's a sign that says pits on the left. And I think I hit that sign and then backed up. I was still in front of the pits and then drove into the pits that way.
I guess it depends on what we're defining the pits as on this track.
Can you not reverse at all? Because, I don't think that... I was in front of... I'm not sure.
Because, I mean, I'll consider that area where you cut in to be the pits, at the pit sign. But honestly, I feel like that whole area where the checkpoint is should be the pits, because once you go there, you're committed to pitting. That whole area should be the pits from there until you make the turn on the highway. That should be the pit lane, because if you go in there, you're pitting. You're not going to make that checkpoint and then not pit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's, if you reverse after that checkpoint, that should be the pits.
I don't think I had gotten the checkpoint, though, until...
I mean, I'll save the clip right now, and I'll take a look.
Okay.
Because the points that I do right now don't matter, because either you're getting them all, or neither one of us is going to get them.
Okay.
Because we already know that I broke the rules. This is the swag thing about doing the PS5, is that we can just pull the shit up.
Oh yeah. No, but that's how I knew it wasn't someone who was genuinely into Beyblade who was stealing it, because you don't just steal a quad strike Beyblade, dude.
Yeah, no, my guy, you were way past the area. You were almost to the on ramp.
Oh, okay. I thought I hit the sign, but I wasn't sure if I had
Yeah, you went to the left, but if we're defining that whole area as the pits, from the top of or from that first checkpoint to the on ramp, then we both get disqualified.
Okay.
So it's like that race didn't happen, which of course you making that slight situation will mean you have to win the next two to go to the list off. I mean, you're still in it points wise either way.
So does the weight up still count? Because I had called the weight up after that happened.
I mean, I guess since we both got disqualified, the weight up doesn't count. You get your weight up back.
Okay.
You get your weight up and your points back.
Yeah, 'cause that was a 2-point weight up.
Yeah. Had I been the only one that disqualified, then it would have counted because, again, that would have been the point where I reviewed it. But since it was both of us, that race basically didn't exist. I mean, it'll exist in the GTA stats, but it won't exist in the race ball stats.
I'm bet 3.
Okay, I like it. Got to go for it here. You're not down by many. It's 210 to 180. You can get some points back here.
Yeah, I 100% the person who stole the Beyblade must have been like a kid or just like a. It has to have been a kid because they didn't even take the launcher.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like genuinely want to steal it because. I mean, basically the thing is that if you're going to steal an item, in that situation, you're going to either steal something that's a higher value item, which would be the Pro Series Beyblades, or if you wanted it to use it, you would have picked the Pro Series one. So it had to be just a kid that was like fucking around. Because again, if you're trying to steal it to then sell it, you would also took the box. You would have took the whole item.
Yeah, they didn't take the launcher. The string's still in there, like, or the ripcord is still in there. They just took the Beyblade. And now I'm not sure with those ones if they're just like a bunch of random parts in the box, but the Beyblade isn't like put together, right?
Right.
So they had to have built it and then took it because, or maybe they just pocketed just all the parts.
Because there should be, if they stole the thing, it should just be the cardboard and the little bag. Because they kind of took the Takaratomi approach with their boxes.
Yeah. Also, someone who would be stealing a Beyblade, like, I don't think any adult would do that. Unless you are a major kleptomaniac and you have serious problems, like, you typically have a reason for stealing something. Or maybe you don't. I don't know. Again, kleptomaniacs don't, but
No, I mean, you have people that steal shit all the time. I mean, if you steal something from, like, you know, people come into, like, Lowe's and steal tools. They're typically not doing it to, oh, I need to use this. They're trying to sell it. Or scam another store into accepting it as a return.
well, it's just strange because again they didn't take the launcher.
So
and
it's probably
just
just a
took the
kid that
Beyblade.
was doing it on that situation.
Yeah, like because usually with like the toys that are the most popular, actually the thing that gets stolen the most at Target is Legos.
Legos be wild, yeah.
Because they recently Legos have been partnering with a bunch of different brands and companies and stuff, and been making like signature brand Legos.
Legos are fucking wild these days,
They're
dude.
swag, but yeah. But those cost like upwards of like $300-$400 like for some of the Legos. So a lot of people tend to just like, I don't know too many people because the value of the Legos is in the collectible itself, is in the box. Like, so if you're stealing it to sell it, then you wouldn't.
It's not
just take the
necessarily in the
Legos.
box.
If you're collecting it to sell, yeah.
No, because the parts inside are going to be valuable.
Well, yeah, but like, it's like everything else. Like let's say a Star Wars toy. Like, if the box is not intact, if the toy is not intact, everything left untouched, then it's lost its value. Like, it's not worth even buying. I mean, it could be, but it's just not the same price. You know?
Guess. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I don't know if a Lego is just the box is valuable.
Oh no, not just the
No,
box.
I
Like
get
if
what you're
you,
saying. The item in the box, but I don't know if
yeah,
that's purely the part of the Lego because people typically want to build them, and that's the part that has value.
yeah, but you're not gonna spend like $7,000 on a Lego like that you really want.
To build it?
If you missed out, if you're a big fan of Lego and or if you're just like a casual fan, I'm not gonna say a big fan because you would actually spend $7,000. If you're a casual fan of Lego and you knew this one Lego set that you liked as a kid, but they don't sell it anymore, and you wanted that specific one, and someone sold it for like seven thousand
Well,
dollars
you're
with the whole
talking
thing
about something
intact
different than
because
buying a Lego from the store. That's expensive.
no. I was talking about like people who steal them to then like save them and then sell them
Oh, that's
to like.
something different, yeah. But
Oh yeah. That's what I was referring to. Sorry, I was talking about like selling collectible shits.
well, yeah, obviously. All right, this is it. List off comes down to this.
Oh, this is a nice little track.
This track got saved, my guy, in real life.
From what?
Being overgrown and ruined?
Did like Greta Thunberg
No.
come and do a speech?
So basically, no, she would want it to be ruined, my guy. The fuck?
I don't know, dude. Oh yeah, you're right.
So this track was on the original NASCAR calendar 75 years ago until 1996. And its dates were taken and given to Texas and to New Hampshire. And it was no longer on the calendar, and it kind of just fell apart, was getting overgrown. And everybody wanted to, bring this track back. It's an iconic track. Super swag. And it had been a movement for a while to save it. And Dale Jr. is really big on like NASCAR history and all that stuff. So he had iRacing team up with them, went out and scanned the track, laser scanned it to preserve it. Damn.
Yes, dude. Yes. Wow. I really think that my play there earlier in that last lap got me that. And then I saw you made a mistake there. Were you trying to pass? And I blocked?
I don't fucking know, dude.
Damn. That race had me on my toes, dude. That was good.
I don't even know who led what laps or got points in that, but it doesn't matter because we get to go to list off anyways.
I led 3 laps, and you led 2. So Dale Earnhardt petitioned for that,
Let me see here.
or Dale Earnhardt Jr.
All right, so at the end of the points here, I have 234. Wan's got 220, but of course, the list off comes down to 6 wins, which I have 8 and Wen has 6. So we'll go to the list off on our 3 tracks in that. Of course, list off uses all the normal rules. Besides, we don't keep track of points. It's purely just who wins 2 of the 3 races. Of course, Wan's pulling up here 5 race wins in a row, including the surprising one on that last track. I did not think going into an oval track with the hot rings that you would pull up like that. That was good.
Well, I felt that. I mean, that shit was an awesome race.
So, I think it was 2019. He had people go work with him. He was part of clean up the track because iRacing laser scans everything.
Yep.
So they laser scanned the surface, worked on kind of restoring the design of it on the computer, trying to make it look like it did in the 80s with the red colors to kind of match the Winston Cup logos at the time and all those sort of things. So in 2020, when there was no NASCAR races. They had a iRacing series that drivers did on Sundays to fill in when there wasn't racing for COVID. So they did that for a little bit, and the last race was North Wilkesboro on iRacing. Everybody liked it, and a lot of the movement was, getting more momentum of bringing back the track. At this point, it was, okay, can we fix a little bit more of it, work on more of it, clean it up? And also the state of North Carolina got a bunch of their COVID money, which they gave to racetracks. So they had like a certain part of it, certain portion of it that they gave to Charlotte Motor Speedway, Rockingham, which is another track that's closed, which may return, which would be super swag. That last race in 2004, and then North Wilkesboro. Each of them got, I think it was $10 million. So North Wilkesboro got that. They had like some other late model racing, which is like another sort of level of racing you can do. So there was that, and then it just kept, gaining momentum. They're like, okay, we're gonna tear up the pavement, repave it. But then they announced we're not tearing it up and repaving it because the 2023 NASCAR Cup Series All-Star Race is taking place on that track. So it'll be the first time since 1996 that track gets used, and I'm so excited for that race.
Are you more excited for that than the Chicago Street Course?
Absolutely.
Wow.
I mean, Chicago Street Course is cool, but North Wilkesboro, like, just having a old track that should have never been taken off the calendar have a chance to return, and it's actually going to be back for the Truck Series as well. So having it have a points Truck Series race and having a Cup race on it, hopefully that leads to it maybe getting a chance to fully return with a points Cup race at some point or something like that. But it's just cool to see that come back and have a old historic track get saved and not just get yeeted. And having it back on the 75th anniversary of NASCAR as well.
Ooh, I think I just got that.
Lap points don't matter, but
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I did get that one either way. But yeah, on the 75th anniversary, having an old track back, very swag. I mean, I've always wanted to see that track race. Like, I always thought it'd be cool for them to bring it back, and now it's finally happening. So awesome. And I really like they're keeping it, like, old things to it. Like, it's not fully getting just completely modernized. They're keeping some historic parts to it. Like, all the signs of the track are being hand-painted instead of just printed out.
Oh, shit.
So that's cool. They have an old sign that says NASCAR Winston Cup on it. Now, you can't have cigarette advertising anymore for good reasons. But they have an old building that has a really, really big thing that says NASCAR Winston Cup, and it looks really awesome. So what they're going to do is just not touch it. Because if you touch it, you have to get rid of it. So if they repaint it, you can't. If they put a sign over it, you can't. So they're just going to leave it.
Cool.
So it's just going to be this old, sort of faded red sign. It'll still say Winston, it'll still have the logo on it, but it's just not something they can't touch it up. So it's going to be really, really cool to see that there.
The withered sign, that's fucking sick, dude.
So that would be like on one of the buildings.
That's so cool.
Then they got like one of the older sponsors. They had like Tyson used to sponsor one of the races, and they're gonna sponsor the truck race, so that'd be cool. It'd just be cool to see some of those older sponsors on the track. I don't know if they're all gonna do it, but you had I think Coca-Cola used to be on the track. You used to have Lowe's on the track. Like, it'd be cool if those sponsors came back and were on it.
Yeah, all the cigarette ads. Well, I don't ever see cigarette ads. It's not a thing, but these cigarette like advertisements that I see on YouTube of like cigarette boxes themselves are like every single cigarette box tells you to stop smoking.
Yeah.
That's like really bad for you. Like it's getting pushed heavy to just like quit smoking.
Yeah, I mean, it's not cool. It used to be something that was like seen as like cool back in
Not
the day.
really.
Oh, it was definitely seen as back in like
Oh yeah.
back in the day. It was
60s.
seen as cool. Like, dude can't say not really when that's 100% factual.
In the 60s and 70s, yes.
Yeah.
But like
It was seen as cool, and then a lot of people just did it, and it was on. Then it got out of like hand with a lot of sponsoring, and it was on everything. But yeah,
everybody was just like smoking just because. Well, then there was a point where everybody was smoking just because like it's all they could do.
there we go.
Fuck,
We needed
dude.
that.
Like fucking life was hard. Certain points of time, you know, you just needed to smoke. I
Get
understand
back on
that.
the
I mean,
fucking
I've
winning
smoked a couple
ways.
cigarettes before.
What? You said you were a big cigarette guy before?
No, I said people just were probably stressed out back then and needed, you know, something to smoke. And I understand that. I've smoked a couple of cigarettes before. They're nasty as fuck, but they give you a good head rush. Don't smoke, kids. It's bad. Vaping is worse. But don't do either one.
All right. Here we go. Wan's pulled up in the last few must-win races. Of course, obviously the last 5 turned out to be must-wins with the disqualification. But before that, rattling off those 5 in a row, this is another must-win for Wan.
Let's do it. All right.
Is your wing gone?
No.
It's a good track to determine the winner on, my guy.
Yes, it is.
Of course, the list of does still feature our only our tracks, and that will remain that way. Put Adelaide on the list off just for the memes.
No, I like it that way.
Just imagine Adelaide was raced through. We each won one race in the list off.
It's gonna be wild.
The whole playlist
No,
comes down to the last corner on Adelaide.
Have you seen the Hershey's ad? The newest one?
I
The she,
don't.
her, Hershey.
What?
The she, her, Hershey.
I mean, I seen a bag of Hershey's that said like, whatever the fuck, one of the words "she" in the middle of it was fucking like capitalized with another color.
Yeah, they had made a ad the other day, like for I think it was for International Women's whatever month.
Month.
Does that start in March or does that begin in February?
That's March, my guy. Women get March.
Oh,
You get February.
okay. I get February. Yeah, I mean, can't we just be people, dude? Like, I don't
Isn't
really
there
want like,
Asian
a
month too? I don't remember what that is, but there's one. Someone's got a month in August.
I think that's January's Asian month.
Ah, well, this is interesting. I backed on the wall, so now we have a safety car.
Well, there was a company called Jeremy's Razors that had come out with a Hershey bar, like ad against that, and which I don't really know why, but it was called she, her, and he, him bars, and the he, hims have nuts. I thought that was fucking hilarious, but like, I'll have to show you the ad sometime. It's great.
Do you though?
Yeah, they came out with it really fast too. It was like the same day that the Hershey commercial was released, or like the next day. All right,
Give us a countdown.
3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, it's reset. Three, 2, 1, go. Whoa. You pulled up. Oh. No.
Let's go. Yes. Yes.
Ah.
Oh my God. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's get right in the news.
I'm him. Don't forget it.
He, him.
Let's go. Of course, we still have one more race we're going to do for you guys, but that is the playlist to win.
Is there any other way to win the playlist?
Score the most points.
Yeah, but is there like a in pool, for example, if you pocket the 8 ball in the brake shop, you win the game immediately? Is there anything like that for this?
No.
Like an alternative way to win?
Bro has the list of rules. I mean,
No, I don't know if there was ever like a wild ass rule that we put in there, like if one of us like, I don't know.
there wasn't. No. No, just was kind of like. Man, until. Oh my God. Until like this year, there was only one way to win it, and that was score the most points.
I feel like it should be a randomizer thing. Not like someone automatically wins, but the playlist automatically ends after the end of this race.
Yeah, but we're here to make content.
You're right.
Had it been like before we were making like a million shorts out of this,
Let's reset.
then sure. But 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, I mean, had that been like when we were keeping track of how to make the playlist shorter, absolutely.
I forgot we did that.
It's crazy to think that the playlist had like just in the last year the like way that it cycled through from
It popped off so much.
it cycled from we're trying to limit it to 2 hours. So we had like the 2-hour clock. And then we had, you know, okay, maybe we do less races because I think we had like, didn't we have 8 races for a while?
Yeah.
And then we went to, or no, it could end after 8 races. That's what it was. So lots of times it was ending after 8 because you were, you know, it was the summer ones when my win streak sort of began. I won like 8-0 against you like 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
So we had that, and then we had it's 12 races guaranteed, cutting down from 16, and then we added in the race to go to 13, and now we're back up to 15. Of course, we added the list off to do that because we had the overtime / whatever it was called, tiebreaker. Which those rules still are written into the playlist just in case we ever get bored of doing the list off. But yeah, so many different changes. Oh boy.
Imagine if this was the race that was second instead of the other one.
I'd have probably picked a better car.
Yeah.
I wasn't really paying attention to my car choice, if I'm honest with you.
I mean, that's the game. Real quick though, it is wild to think on what you just said. It is wild to like, one, how much the playlist is actually like popped off, and it hasn't really popped off. It's just getting like 2,000 views. Like this, in the scheme of things on YouTube, for us it's popping off, but like it's not really popping off. It's not that many. But everybody who does support and watches, one, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming back and viewing our content every week. But it is wild because you don't really think while you're recording of the people who are watching later on. Like, it does not come to my mind at all. The people who are actually watching. Like, they do, but, you know, like, we'll look back.
Let's see how Wen's going to get out of this one.
We'll look back at videos that we made, like, a year ago, let's say, and you can get a comment on a video, and you'd be like, bro, I forgot I totally recorded that. I totally forgot I recorded that. I know you've gotten, like, comments on your Beyblade videos from a couple years ago, like
10 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I don't know the last time you got the messages from it, but
Like 6 months ago, 5 months ago.
oh,
you doing?
It wasn't that
Yeah,
long
so
ago.
it's-
Somebody commented something, or no, I think it might have been this year.
it's something like that where you like, in the moment, like I know that we have people who are watching currently. Like we have the We have the one meme. Is this a quad strike stadium? From that one dude who commented.
Bro, people are
And then
voting on that poll. I don't know if you've seen that. One person
No,
said yes. One person said no. Two people said maybe. Or something like that. I'm like, bro, the amount of things that I put out on the community tab, that's the one that people actually respond to. The thing that I hope, real quick, I want to go back to your in the moment thing, but I hope there's somebody that's subscribed in like 2012, 2013 for Beyblade content and is never unsubscribed, and they still like, you know, watching Beyblade content, and then our new Beyblade content pops up. That's what I'm really
Bro, that
hoping.
would be swag.
That's what I'm really hoping. But nah, I get what you're saying with that, like, because there's so many, like, a lot of people seem to either remember what they did or they have like a bigger community that reminds them all the time of the content that they made. But I have no idea. Like, there's things I remember, like, not really from videos besides what we do together. It is, I completely forget about it. It's just not something that I ever have remembered. I'm like, I guess I did a video about this. Like, it's just really strange. Like, I don't remember what I did or said in pretty much any video ever. No idea.
Yeah, I mean, like,
absolutely no idea. And any of the content. And it's one of those things that's kind of just there, I guess. I got other things that I remember. I could tell you who won a NASCAR race 3 years ago, but I can't remember what I did in a YouTube video 12 hours ago. So
it's weird for me. Like, I have this thing where I can remember like certain things that I do in videos. Like for my RC content, I remember like what I did in the last couple of videos, and then the premise, because like every one of those videos takes so fucking long to record, dude. But it's like it's a moment that I can like remember and look back to. So I'm spending the whole day working on my RC car on video, working with the video, like so.
but that's also different because you make a video that is a whole day thing.
I also remember with the Beyblades too, though. Like with
I
my
got no idea, dude.
unboxings.
I have no idea what I
I'm
did.
like,
Outside of whatever's in a short for Beyblade video, I have no idea. No idea. Zero clue. The only thing that's helped me remember anything in any video is the fact that shorts exist. And I can look at it and that brings out like a big moment from a video. But without that, dude, no idea. It's just one of those things that I've never remembered it ever. Like in all the years that I've done videos. Like this is later this month will be when we hit year 11. And I have no idea what I've done in like any video. It's just I have no idea why. It's just not something I've ever retained. It's kind of like I just go into like a recording mode and then that's it. Like I go into recording mode and I just forget about everything else that's happening. Like, which I guess is good. You can have that place that you can go to and just not focus on anything else. But then when I come out of that recording mode, I don't remember what I did in it. So, like, that's why I write down what is important to a video for a short. Because I will have no idea.
this is a really interesting conversation.
And that's why, like, when we do a video, I ask you, I'm like, what's a short moment? Because I can't think of anything that happened in a video. If it's not written down, like, the only thing I can think of, even from what we just did, that we didn't write down was the race that we both got disqualified in. That's the only thing I can remember from that whole playlist. Like, outside of obviously the most recent, like, ending. Like, I got no idea, dude.
You don't remember the conversation about Josh being a fucking cringe lord?
Well, I remember like the conversation, but I don't remember like the races that was happening throughout it. Like the things we
Oh.
talk about, like that's something that I'll remember, because obviously that's like important to remember outside of videos. Like that's something to know about. But
Yeah.
But the conversation, most things that we have conversations on in videos, unless something we've discussed outside of it, I don't remember much of it. It's just one of those things that
Bro,
like
our brains are so wild.
it's
dude.
just a
it
fucking
can like
blank out fucking 2 hours, dude.
our brains is so wild. It can just like block out one thing, listen to another thing because it's actually important. Like all the while playing the video game that you're doing. Like if you break it down like that,
Yeah.
like it's fucking wild, dude. And then also like I wanted to ask you like how do you learn things? Because you say you like retain the information of drivers and cars and information like that, you know, like I've seen you do before. Like what's your method to learning if you could describe it? Because this is like a very interesting like topic we're having here.
I have no idea, dude. I really don't.
How do you study?
Don't.
You have to study something. I mean, like,
A lot of it, like,
it might not all be like writing things down, but
no,
like,
I mean, are you saying how do I just like remember these things? Like,
yeah, is there something that you like look for in particular? And let's take cars for example, or people, and records.
I mean, the records are one of the things that I just kind of look at, I guess. I don't really know. There's not like a way I remember it. I just sort of like, you know, it could be something as simple as during a race broadcast it gets mentioned. And I just remember it. It could be something as, you know, lots of times I'll just scroll through like all the like this Wikipedia pages. I'll scroll through a shit ton of that. There's like a whole like that's how I get a lot of it. I just go through like Wikipedia pages of things, and I remember a lot of the stuff from that. Or somebody can post a stat on Reddit, and I'll remember that. It's just there's not like a specific way of how I remember it. Just
Would
if
you
I
say
see it or hear, I just remember it for certain things.
Would you say that you're a visual learner? Like,
I don't
if you were to
fucking
actually
know, dude.
see, like, because I know that you remember a lot of like the races that you actually see every Sunday morning and stuff like that, and stuff from that.
Oh, I
Or
can
would
probably
you
tell
say
you
that-
more about the races that I watched today than about what we did in the race bust. 100%. I
What
can tell you
about-
more. I can tell you more about the Bahrain Grand Prix that I watched at 10 a.m. than about the race bust that I recorded 15 minutes ago, and I'm still technically recording now.
What about a race from like last year?
I can definitely recall certain moments from a race. Yeah.
Oh.
I can. There's like moments I can call, and especially like when it comes to, like who won a race. Those things I can remember. I went through it the other day, and I listed. Well, actually today, because I asked my mom, I'm like, okay, because she knows like a lot of the NASCAR things. She'll remember who drove a car like years ago. She'll remember who used to drive this number. But when it comes to now, she has no idea. No matter how many times we watch it and we go over it, she doesn't remember. but she'll remember who was in a car years ago. So I was like, okay. So I asked her basically every car number in the field now from this season for NASCAR, and she didn't really know it. I went through every single one of them super quick. It's just one of those things that I remember those types of things. Or the other week, I asked her if she knew who won different championships, different NASCAR championships, and she didn't really remember before like 2020. And I think I went back until 1994.
Yeah. Dude remembers shit from before he was born.
Yeah, I went back to that, and I could have went back probably like to 1990. But yeah, I was like, I went through every single one of those, and I mean, I was like, going over the whole list, everybody that won it. Yeah, I mean, I went through the whole thing. Those types of things I can remember. I do the best with like NASCAR things. Obviously, I've watched it for longer. But F1, like, I'm trying to know more of the things. I mean, I think for F1, I could list a bunch of the champions for that, but knowing things more, obviously, since I started watching 2019, but I've been trying to get more of it, so I can probably go bring up some things from before I watched it for sure. But those are the things that I really remember well. There's a bunch of other shit I have no fucking clue about, dude. But those, when it comes to that, I'm all over it, dude. There's some, like, I guess the other thing that I could retain would be, like, more historical things. I guess it comes from the fact that I can remember, like, dates of things. I think that helps. Because that helps with then remembering who won this race in what year. Or that type of stuff. I think it connects into that. But just certain things that I can remember. Like I said, I used to kill it in school with the maps, dude. I retained the shit out of that. Like I said, we had to, when you would do like to fill out the map and whatever, I think it was 10th grade. We had to fill out the map for like, okay, this is all these countries, all those countries. And we had to, teacher had to limit the extra credit you could get on it. Because I was just fucking pulling up, filling the whole fucking map. Like,
damn, you got Gabby Douglas.
What?
Gabby Douglas, the girl from the U.S. gymnast, where they had to like make the rules like harder specifically for her because she was too good at gymnastics.
Oh, sure, yeah. Basically, because I think you get like
It's wild, dude.
you get like an
Change the
extra point
fucking-
on each one, and I got like then. I think the teacher had to limit it to like 3 or 5 extra points because I was just like pulling up, getting like 15 extra points. It was like, okay, here's these 10 countries in Europe. I'm like, all right, here's the whole map of Europe.
See, why limit that? Because like, that's encouraging.
I still
you
feel
not
the
to
whole
remember
map.
the rest of it. Yeah, like that's discouraging you to.
I don't know if it's discouraging or the fact that.
Well, I guess if you want to do it, then it's not.
I mean,
But,
I
like, if
get.
you-
The thing is that if you want to fill out the whole map and know the whole map, you're going to know the whole map.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
Every
think
kid
it's
has
more the
built
fact
in.
that the teacher was like, "Hey, I can't have this shit be like worth fucking 5 million fucking points on your year." I think that's more of what it was. This one assignment that you got once a week on the
Oh,
Friday
yeah, you could.
couldn't be. The teacher didn't want that shit to be turn into you getting 50 fucking points on it when it should have been a 20-point thing or whatever it was.
Well, then don't set the thing to be you get this many bonus points.
That's why you change it.
Yeah, well, like, come
It's
on.
like the race bus. One thing happens, okay, let's change it so it doesn't happen again. Same idea.
Yeah, after you benefit from it.
Exactly. So I got the points, and the next, once I did it for like 3 weeks, she's like, okay, we can't do that anymore.
I bet she was like, I'll just do U.S. states. Oh, shit, he does all 50. Yeah, I'll move over to Europe.
The only one I didn't do the best on was like countries in Africa because it was like 5 million. But
It was like 64.
yeah, I mean, I got all the ones that were on it, but I wasn't like getting as many extra ones. The shit. See, here's what I was also doing on it though. Was when part of the map you could see like a little bit of another continent. I was just like, well, fuck it, it's free real estate. So if we were in Europe and it counted like part of Asia, I'm like, I got you. Or other way around. Or if you're on the top of Africa and you can see a little bit of Europe and Asia, I got you. North America, but you can see a little bit of South America, I got you. That's what I was fucking doing. Like I was getting ones from like other continents.
Oh.
But that was like when I got to the
Dude just drew a whole map around the paper and just filled the countries himself.
I'm like, all right, here, let me just draw Europe for you real quick. That's why when you see those fucking videos online of somebody not knowing where like some basic country is, dude, I'm just like, oh my god.
What gets me is the dudes who are asked like outside of their college, like a basic like general knowledge question that applies to your everyday life. Like, who's the vice president? How do you not know who the vice president is?
I mean, to be fair, that doesn't apply to my everyday life, but
it doesn't, but you should know who the vice president is of the United States.
Yeah.
I feel like every adult should know that. And if not, then 2 years, 3 years in, then we are fucking tumbling, dude. I know she's not the most memorable woman, but
triggered. I think
when you get
saying Kamala Harris is not a memorable woman is a fantastic spot to actually end off this episode. If you want to get more racisms from Wen, come on over to Playlist After Dark, where Wen does another oopsie on camera.
Oopsie.
Goodbye.